And we welcome you into the Week 7 edition of the Prep Football on Tubetown pregame show. Hello again, everybody. I'm Marcus Carlton, and tonight we are in Lepanto for a 2A conference battle between the Cross County Thunderbirds and the EPC Warriors. Now, both teams come into tonight's game unbeaten in conference play, and both are ranked in the top 12 of the 2A state rankings. But first, let's wrap up last week's game. Wynn came to Valley View and knocked off the Blazers 39-0. Here are the highlights from that game in this week's 2-minute drill.
Trail steps up in the pocket. Now he wants to run, rolls to his right, and he wants to throw. Fires back over the middle, intercepted! And McNabb will keep, and he's got a hole. He's out to the 40, 45-foot race, 50, 40, 30, 20, inside the 15-yard line. Trail to throw. Under pressure, fires complete on a screen. Complete. Down inside the 10, 5, touchdown to number 27, Tubetown. And off Dixon again, breaks the tackle. He's into the secondary foot race. He's gone. You're not going to catch Dixon. 45 yards to the house. First and goal. Good to Dixon again. Oh, nice move to the outside. And he is in for the touchdown. Dixon has the whole midfield 40. There he goes. They're not going to catch him. 57 yards. Jamar Dixon, touchdown number 3 of the half. 26-0. Halftime score. The Yellow Jackets looking to move to 6-0 overall. Trail to throw. Fires deep middle of his touchdown to number 6, Sam Wilson. 5'10", 175. He could give some small school look. Hand off to Foreman. He's around the left side, and he is in for the touchdown.
Now, as you can tell, Jamar Dixon stole the show this past Friday night as the sophomore scored 3 times with touchdown runs of 45, 8, and 57 yards. Now, those 3 touchdowns came within a stretch of 4 carries. He finished the game with 17 total carries for 230 yards. The Yellow Jackets senior quarterback, Ross Trail, also showed why so many Division I schools had their eye on this soon-to-be Cincinnati Bearcat. He showed great pocket presence, hanging in there and firing the ball to his receivers. He finished 18 of 24 for 324 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, on the other side of the field, Blazers QB Jackson McNabb had a bit of a struggle. He went 7 for 17 with 46 yards, but he also had the biggest play of the night for Valley View on a 79-yard scamper inside the Wynn 5-yard line that led to a missed field goal. Now, that was pretty much all of the Blazers' offense this past Friday night. Looking at the score sheet, there's one thing that sticks out very loudly. 10 of the Blazers' 28 rushing attempts actually went for a loss. That speaks to how good this Wynn defense is and the whole Delta swarm that we've been hearing about over the past few weeks from some of the other area coaches. So, here's what we found out from this past Friday night. Wynn is for real, and Valley View is having a bit of a struggle in the 5A East this year. The Blazers, their offense is where they're being let down. Valley View's only scored a total of 7 points in 3 conference games this season. Wynn moves to 6-0 overall, 3-0 in conference, while Valley View drops to 2-4 overall, 1-2 in conference. Now, the big 5A East showdown is tonight, as Wynn will host Batesville. The winner will sit alone at the top of the mountain at 4-0 in conference play. Now, let's take a quick break before jumping into the preview of tonight's game between the Cross County Thunderbird and the East Poinsett County Warriors. We'll be back in 1 minute.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
LP Gas Company is a family-owned propane company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural customers in Craighead, Crittenden, Poinsett, and Mississippi counties in northeast Arkansas. Located on Highway 181 South in Kaiser, Arkansas, Kaiser LP Gas can fill all of your propane needs, whether it's for farm equipment, your home, or business. Kaiser LP Gas has you covered. Call today at 870-526-2198.
And we welcome you back to the Tubetown studios. It's now time to preview the showdown of the 2A unbeatens, Cross County and EPC. Now the Thunderbirds come into tonight's game with a record of 4-2 overall, but they've shut out their last two conference opponents, beating Mark Tree 30-0 and last week beating Salem 41-0. Both of those games were actually on the road. Now the Thunderbirds are led by junior Anthony Davis, who's got almost twice as many carries as the next Thunderbird on the roster. He's got 120 carries going for 1,194 yards and 17 TDs through the first 6 games. Senior Torrance Townsend, he doesn't throw it a lot, but when he does, big things happen. He's connected on 17 of his 43 pass attempts this year and has 5 touchdown passes. Junior wideout Braden Johnson, he's only got 2 catches on the year, but he's made them both count because he's ended up in the end zone on both of them. Junior fullback Jerry Andrews will continue to see a lot of work. He's got 64 carries for 382 yards and 6 touchdowns of his own on the year. Now, Coach Williams talked in the offseason about trying not to be such a one-dimensional team and spreading the attack around. So far this year, the Thunderbirds have a 6-to-1 run-to-pass ratio, running it 272 times to only 43 passing attempts from Townsend on the year. Now this number shows that this is a running team, but you better not stack the box too much because they will catch you off guard with the deep play. Coach Williams also spoke about needing to step up on the defensive side of the ball, and they have, especially here in conference play. Cross County, they've been on a scoring binge in conference play. They've scored over twice as many points as they have given up this year inside their conference. They have only given up a league-leading 12 points through 3 conference games. Truman Jones, he's the defensive leader. He leads the team in sacks with 5, followed by Kendrick Walker with 4. Now 5 different Thunderbirds have picked off balls this year that have gone in through the air. Jake Smith has 3 of them. Braden Johnson has 2, including a pick 6. Now if Cross County can pick up the win tonight, they're going to be very good shape to win the 2A3 this year, as they get to host Rector and Midland in their next 2 games. So those are not going to be quite the challenge that they have tonight. Both of those schools are winless up to this point on the year. Now they'll finish up in Earl in a game that could be for all the marbles. That is, if the Thunderbirds can win here tonight in Lepanto. As for the EPC Warriors, they just win. That's all they do. They're undefeated on the year with one of the very best players in the 2A on their side. It's a name that everybody in this area knows, Aaron Scales. Senior, he's a 3-sport star. He's connecting on 76% of his passes. He's hit 81 of 106 attempts. He's got 1,380 yards and 18 TDs to only 1 interception. He pops the popcorn. He pours the sodas. You know, he's a jack of all trades. He just does it all. On the ground, he's carried it 54 times for 325 yards and 5 TDs. He also leads the defense with 63 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a 45-yard fumble return for a touchdown. Now, earlier this week, we caught up with EPC head coach Brian Weathers and asked him to compare this year's team to last year's team that went 12-0 before losing in the state quarterfinals. And we talked with him about how great it is to have somebody like Aaron Scales on your team as a weapon on both sides of the ball. We also wanted to see what his impressions of Cross County are going into tonight's game. Here's the EPC coach, Brian Weathers.
Well, this year had a little bit different look, just a lot of new faces. Last year we were predominantly senior heavy, graduated 13 seniors last year, and this year it's just not the case. There's a lot of new faces out there on both sides of the ball, guys getting their chance to play and perform for the first time, and so far I've been real impressed with those guys. It's definitely an advantage when you've had one who's done it before. He's a 3-year starter. He's actually been under my system that I've installed here since a 7th grader. So he knows all the terms. He he knows all the lingo and things like that, and he's sort of the veteran there, and well, it definitely makes things a lot easier. He does checks at the line of scrimmage, and when he sees things that I necessarily do not see, he's definitely able to make those calls, and he'll relay those messages to me. Let's try this and try that. And it's a huge plus having someone like him to play a physical style of football, and seem to always play us well. They always gear up to play EPC. Last year it came down to the wire. I think we made a game-saving tackle at about the 5. Aaron made that tackle on Davis there about at the 5 to end the game. Well, they love to run the football. They have a smash mouth type of offense, and they really get after it defensively. And Davis is one of the best in the state in any classification. He can flat out go. We got 2 really good blockers there in front of him. Quarterback keeps you honest because he's very versatile. He can throw it and run, and they're just a well-coached team, and for the style of play that they do it extremely well.
And we have a big thank you for Coach Weathers for taking the time to talk with us this week. Now, as you heard, he was singing the praises of his, jack of all trades, Mr. Do Everything, senior quarterback Aaron Scales, as well as giving up some praise for Thunderbirds junior running back Anthony Davis. Now, this matchup opened up conference play last year in Cherry Valley. EPC took it by a score of 20-14 because of the game-saving tackle Scales made on Davis at the 5-yard line, as you just heard Coach Weathers talk about. Now, the Thunderbirds will also have to keep their eye on junior Kyler Gordon, who will play fullback for EPC. He's tailback and also a slot receiver. He had 2 TDs on the ground last week and 1 through the air in the game against Rector. Now, Coach Weathers also says a lot about stating that Kyler has been very impressive so far, and that he's been very huge for the team overall. Now, how's this for balance for Gordon? He's got 6 rushing TDs and 5 TDs through the air. Quinn Young, he's also an outstanding target for Scales to throw to. He's 6'1", he's got a great vertical. He's got 431 yards on the year, 27 catches, and 7 touchdowns. That's a weapon. TJ Young, he also gets some work carrying the ball. He's averaging right at 10 yards a carry. That's a first down every time he touches the ball. He's got 32 carries, 311 yards, and 3 scores of his own. He added 2 catches and 1 for a score last week. Now, Scales, he'll throw it around to 4 or 5 different guys. So the Thunderbirds are not going to be able to lock in on one of these deep threats. They're going to have to spread the defense around and make sure everyone's covered. We're now deep into the season. This is where conference game could make or break your year. One of these teams is going to stay unbeaten tonight in conference play. The other one, they're going to have to regroup, and things get a little tougher for them. Both of these teams have yet to play the powerhouse of Earl. Now, Cross County, the number 11 team in the state in the 2A rankings, while EPC, go on up the list a little bit, you see them at number 4 in the state. EPC leads the series overall over Cross County 8-3. So whose style is going to control the game tonight? Will it be the Thunderbirds with their ground and pound attack led by Anthony Davis, or will it be the air raid of the Warriors led by their all-everything Mr. Jack of all trades quarterback Aaron Scales? It's time to find out. It's game time, folks. We're going to send you out live to Warrior Field. Homecoming tonight. Brandon Reed, West Cisco. You guys are the A-team. Take it away, fellas.
And welcome to Lepanto, everyone. It is homecoming time as the EPC Warriors are set to host the Cross County Thunderbirds. Should be a great matchup. Your 6-0 EPC Warriors, and Cross County comes in at 4-2, but both teams have yet to lose a conference game in the 2A3. This is Brandon Reed alongside West Cisco. Should be probably one of our best matchups of the year, Wes.
Like you said, both teams are coming in at 3-0 in conference play. Both teams have a stout defense, Brandon. Cross County has only allowed 12 points in conference play. East Poinsett County has only allowed 14.
Both of these teams have shut out 2 opponents. The common opponent they have is Salem. And I tell you what, EPC played Salem, beat them 58-0 right here in Lepanto. Cross County beat Salem at Salem last week 41-0, so that's your common opponent. Not really sure he would take much from that, but EPC put it on them pretty good, but again, it was right here in Lepanto. And like you said, they have shut out, both teams have shut out 2 opponents. Cross County beating Martree 30-0, and then the Salem shutout, EPC blanking Salem 58-0, and then beating Rector last week 42-0. And as you're looking at the EPC Warriors getting set to come out of the tunnel here at homecoming, both of these teams have all-state type caliber players on their side.
For Cross County, that is their big tailback, junior Tyler Gordon. I'm sorry.
Davis.
Anthony Davis. I was reading the wrong line here. Anthony Davis.
And I'm going to
number
apologize.
44.
Right off the top, Wes, I'm going to apologize if I call him Hardaway all night long. I mean, being from Memphis, I really want to get the inside scoop of how he got the name Anthony. But yeah, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, their big running back. And for East Poinsett County, their 3 sports star, the quarterback, Aaron Scales.
Mr. Do-It-All, Aaron Scales, and I mean he's a pretty efficient quarterback. You know, I think this is really going to be a battle of 2 different styles of play here as well. Cross County, the Thunderbirds really want to ground and pound it, and the Warriors really want to step in and have Scales keep the ball in his hand and just see what he can do. But primarily, that's with the throwing the ball.
Looks like Cross County, they won the toss. They're deferring. East Poinsett County will get the ball first of all.
So we are set for the kickoff here at homecoming in Lepanto.
Kickoffs are brought to you by Woodford Sales. Score big on a new vehicle from Woodford during saving season. Woodford Sales and Truman on the web at woodfordsalesTruman.com.
Ball is up, and it's a short kick. And EPC will take over. See where they mark it, about the 35-yard line, it looks like. So Scales and the Warriors are set to go here. And this game is so huge from the conference standing standpoint, as these 2 teams are really battling Earl for top dog in the conference and trying to position themselves for playoff positioning as well. The APC is looking pretty good at 6-0. First play of the game. Handed off. First play of the game to Kyler Gordon.
And there was a whole swarm there of Thunderbirds ready to meet him up. He gained 3 there.
So Scales with a handoff to the big fullback, Kyler Gordon, to get this thing. Gordon is going to get, he's listed as the fullback, but he's going to get quite a few carries. He's actually the leading rusher on the team, followed by Scales right there, who's taking off down the middle, across midfield, juking, breaks back right. And he could be gone, got a blocker out front. Aaron Scales is going to take it to the house. Touchdown! EPC Warriors on the board just like that. Second play of the game.
And it's the all-everything Aaron Scales that has that great big run there for the Warriors.
And that's not what I expected to start this game.
Now, you expected EPC to come out passing. They go with the running game. And bam, 6 points on the board already for the Warriors.
2 plays, 65 yards, a 62-yard run. Caps it off by Aaron Scales. Going for 2 here. It's TJ Young, and he is in. And we've got an 8-0. There is laundry on the field. Sorry, I did not see that flag.
It's a hold against EPC.
So back it up. We'll see if they kick it or if they just try the 2-point conversion again. It's 11-13 on the clock. So
that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. You think they're going to go for 2 again here?
Yeah, that would be a long kick, and guess who's the kicker for the Warriors? It is Mr. Scales. He's got to be gassed right now. How can he try an extra point attempt now after that run? Throwing it long, looking for a Quinn Young, and caught. Are you kidding me? There's your 2-point conversion. Makes the score 8-0. So 47 seconds into it, we've got points on the board already. EPC striking big and fast. So we'll take our first break. We'll be right back as the first quarter continues here on Tubetown.
There's your drive summary.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
That's up between you guys.
And welcome back. And homecoming starting off on the right foot for the Warriors. It is 8-0, 11-13 left in the first quarter. Little squib kick and dropped.
And the kick is recovered by number 15, Strickland.
First drive is brought to you by Farmers Bank and Trust. Farmers Bank and Trust enjoys a proud history of dedicated service to the people of Mississippi County and its surrounding areas. Farmers Bank and Trust with locations in Blytheville, Goslar, Manila, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Brady Strickland, you can tell he wasn't ready to catch that ball. He didn't expect that ball to come to him. Bobbled it, but he did jump on it.
Still good field position for the Thunderbirds on their first drive as they open up on the 39.
Number 2.
Brought down. Maybe a loss of 2 on the play right there.
Matt Ferguson in on the big stop.
So the Thunderbirds not starting out on the right foot here.
Loss of about 6, brings up second down at 16.
Loss of 6 on the play for the T-Birds.
And right there, hit, but Davis bounces off.
He's still going backwards though, Brandon. That's another loss for Davis. That's going to bring up a big 3rd and long for the Thunderbirds, who are, like we said, a ground and pound team.
Yep, not much choice here though. If they choose not to try to air it out and don't pick up much yardage, EPC is going to have good field position yet again. Ball's right about the 29-yard line. Yeah, I think we have movement up front on Cross County. So we keep moving backwards. 3 negative plays in a row to start out the game for the Thunderbirds.
You just wonder if there's a little nerve playing against the number 4 team in the state in Class 2A at their homecoming.
Townsend in trouble. He's rolling right. He's got a man off the fingertips of Jerry Andrews, his big fullback.
17, Andrews falls incomplete. Defended well on the play.
I think they're going to call on Braden Johnson to punt this ball away.
Too long now to even attempt to go for it.
Again, the ball is right at the 25-yard line. They start the drive with it.
It's a high snap.
Johnson does get it away. Takes a pretty good bounce to get right back at midfield. So EPC will start barely in their territory, close to the 50-yard line. And I'm sorry, when did that drive started on the 39?
39-yard line.
So ended up losing about 14 yards on 3 consecutive plays. The penalty definitely didn't help. Pooch it back out to the 50, and now EPC's back in business. Scales looking long.
Way too much on that one.
He was looking for Quinn Young. You said it, just too much on that one.
Farst half of Prep Football in Two Towns brought to you by Armor Seed. Quality soybean, corn, wheat, and rice. Seed for Northeast Arkansas farmers. Start strong. Plant Armor with Armor Seed.
So now Scales has Gordon next to him. Keeps it himself. Down to the 45 of Cross County.
First third down try for the Warriors.
It'll be 3rd and 5. Didn't say, yep, another false start. This time on the Warriors. So that wipes out the positive gain of Scales on the previous play. We're right back where we started. Now 3rd and 10. Warriors line up. Got Quinn Young wide left. Scales in trouble. Look at that escapability, but not going to happen there. Taken down by big number 77, Seth Soto of Cross County. And Scales is shaking up.
Loss of 6 on the play there for the Warriors. So they'll have their first punting opportunity.
And EPC went backwards on the drive that time. So maybe now we've settled down. Although Cross County did spot EPC 8 big points, they're going to have to make up here.
Another high snap. That's twice.
This is trouble. And that's where the Thunderbirds are going to get the ball. Looks like about the 29 of EPC. Just not a good series at all.
And like you said, Scales is limping a little bit after. This is only the 2nd series, and he's already limping.
Well, he took a shot from 77. Seth Soto, I do not have that young man's height and weight, but he's a big one.
He's a big guy.
That was a shot. So here comes Cross County now. A great opportunity to tie this ball game. Townsend under center. He's got Sides and Davis. That's Devin Sides. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry Andrews.
We'll give him one. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 9.
Call it a gain of 1. Andrews first carry. Here is Anthony Davis. He gets 2 or 3 more. They're taking it into about the 24.
Exactly what the Thunderbirds want to do. Keep it in 3rd and manageable. They're 0 for 1 on 3rd downs, but at least it's not 3rd and forever this time.
Cross County lining up with Davis, Sides, and Andrews in the backfield behind Townsend. Townsend fakes it this time, rolls left, and just not a good move. That was a design play, but EPC was all over it.
Now, how much does Cross County rely on Dustin Cameron? Because you got 4th and about 3.5, 4, and you're inside. You're deep in in EPC territory here. Looks like
their kicker, I'm listening, is number 62, Dustin Cameron.
He's out on the field, but he's
he
also part of the line.
Yeah, he looks like a lineman. So, yeah, Thunderbirds are going for it. Again, with that stacked backfield. Townsend to Davis. Hurdles over a man, but he is stopped right there. Gets back to about the line. I'm going to call that no gain.
Find Tubetown on Twitter at Tubetown21. Let us know where you're watching the game using the hashtag Crossco versus EPC.
So both teams get big stops. And EPC is back to work on their 3rd drive of the game. And Young, it's a gang tackle right there. Wrapped up and drugged down.
The 28-yard line where the Warriors have it. 2nd down and about 5 to go.
Going to call that a gain of 5 for TJ. Got Clay Malone lined up wide left. Gives straight ahead to Young again. And he gets closer to the sticks. I'm surprised you're not seeing more of Kyler Gordon yet. He has 1 carry so far.
EPC on the night right now, 3rd down conversions, 0 for 2. They're looking for their first 3rd down conversion tonight, B. That's a quarterback keeper for it.
Right up ahead. Looks like that's going to be a gain of about 7.
And a result of the plays, good crowd down there. Warrior! First down and 10, Warrior.
Scales with the keeper. Ball sitting at the 39 of the Warriors.
Little miscommunications there by TJ Young and Quinn to see who's actually going to be supposed to be catching that ball.
Yeah, that ball was intended for Quinn Young, but TJ kind of got in the path, and it was a little underthrown as well. Yeah, 4 wide, and Scales keeps it.
And Scales with the quarterback keeper across the 45-yard line.
They're going to give him about 5 there.
All will be spotted out on the 45-yard line. And about 6 brings up 3rd down and 4.
Scales 0 for 2 passing so far. That's not typical Scales numbers either. He is very efficient with that ball.
Nice tackle, nice form tackle by Anthony Davis of the Thunderbirds for a loss on the play.
It's going to be about 3rd and 6 now.
Actually, we're in 4th down now.
No, 4th down as we're approaching 2 minutes. Warriors will punt it away. Nice kick. Kick was handled by Jake Smith, didn't go anywhere. Thunderbirds will get the ball at the 24-yard line.
And the T-Birds take over first down and 10 from their own 20.
2:01 left in the quarter, still 8-0 is your score. EPC struck early, 2 plays, 65 yards. With a 63-yard romp by Aaron Scales.
You got to think that the T-Birds are going to have to air it out a little bit more, Brandon, because I was just now counting the Warriors. They're putting 7 to 8 players in the box. They're daring quarterback Terrence Townsend to beat him with his arm.
Yeah, they are. They are stacking that box. That was Davis. Still yet to get on track. We'll give him a yard. At the 30-yard line. Third and 4. Townsend looking to air it out. And oh my gosh!
What a pitch and catch from Townsend to Braden Johnson. Only one person could catch that ball, and that was Braden Johnson. He come down with a big first down for the Thunderbirds.
And I really thought the Warriors were reading it all the way and just waiting on it, but Braden Johnson outran everybody on that left side and came down with it. Big gain right there. That's going to be about a 50-yard gain.
And that play call came right when we said they're going to have to air it out a little bit.
And they did. And now the pitch to Davis. He's fighting ahead, still on his feet, breaking back, and he's going to go to the house. Anthony Davis. 28-yard run.
That is why Anthony Davis is coming in as a potential all-conference and all-state player, Brandon.
That was strength and power right there. Because there was probably 3 or 4 guys that got a good hold of his jersey, and he broke through. 21 seconds left in this first quarter clock. 8-6. We've not been disappointed so far. Scales with the big play. Davis with the big play.
Well, they're going for 2 now to tie the ball game.
Townsend with the pitch to Davis. Right side. Gets hit short of the goal line. So 8-6 is the score now. Warriors keep the lead by 2, but not before Anthony Davis with an incredible bang-bang run into the end zone. 21 seconds left. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back to close out this first quarter after these messages.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
4 plays, 76 yards, minute 50 off the clock, 28-yard TD pass to Anthony Davis.
That one's going to sail out of bounds.
So we'll see how Mr. Scales and the Warriors respond after the giving up the score.
Got a big crew down there tonight. Leave it up for the night, Jackson.
Here on homecoming, packed house tonight, Wes.
Yeah, they are supporting the number 4 Warriors. And, you know, good crowd over here by Cross County. You know, they're number 11 in the state in 2A. Top 15 matchup.
He was straight ahead to TJ Young. He rambles ahead into Thunderbird territory. Looks like the ball probably be spotted at the 49.
Coach Williams will not be happy looking at the film on that play right there.
Scales has it. Be a gain of 3 on the play.
And that's going to take it down to into the first quarter.
And there is the first quarter buzzer. Score is 8-6 in this big 2A3 matchup. Could be huge implications for the playoffs. We'll step aside, hear from a word from our sponsors, and be right back.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
For the complete schedule of prep football in Tubetown, log on to our website, www.tubetownonline.com. Full schedules on the homepage. You can also order DVD copies of all your high school sports programming at www.tubetownonline.com.
Warriors driving. It'll be second and about 7 to go. Ball on the Thunderbird, 46. Catch is made by Clay Malone. And move those chains.
82, got it.
Brandon, neither one of these teams has played the Earl Bulldogs yet. That's going to be another big matchup for both these schools. Those three teams are vying for the playoffs. You know they're going to be 1, 2, 3 seeds. You just don't know where it's going to be yet.
Cross County plays Earl last game of the season, and I got to think if they can pull off this game tonight, their schedule is somewhat laid out pretty easily for them, playing 2 home games against Rector, and I'm sorry I don't know the next opponent, but the next 2 games they definitely should win at home, lining up that big showdown at Earl the last game of the season. And last year, we know what the Warriors did, went 12-0 before finally losing in the state quarterfinals.
Earl dropped down from 3A back down to Class 2A this year, and
When Young gets it.
They went deep into 3A playoffs last year. Brings up another third down. The Warriors are 1 for 3 on third down conversions.
And Scales is hammered.
He lost a couple on that one.
See what they want to do.
Like it's going to be about 4th and 9 from where the marker is.
Ball on the 34.
They've already attempted one 4th down try and failed tonight. And nobody, I mean nobody, blocked Devin Sides to get the big sack for the Thunderbirds.
Big time loss right there of about 10 yards. Now we got that defensive battle we thought we were going to see. Ball spotted at the 44. Townsend sends Davis in motion. Gives it to Andrews. Could have got a yard. I really don't think he did get a yard.
I don't think he gained anything there.
We'll call that a no gain. I have that as just the second carry for Andrews, who usually plays a pretty big role on that ground attack. Davis in motion again. Fake to Andrews and too high and picked off. And that's Quinn Young. Finally drugged down after a big return of about 30 yards for Quinn Young.
And the turnovers are going to be key tonight, Brandon. If you can win a turnover battle on a defensive game, normally you win the game.
Ball sitting at about the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 EPC. Scales rolling right, wants to throw it, and he throws the interception. Right back up
what
the
a
sideline.
block. That's a pick six, Brandon.
And that is a pick six for Jake Smith. All the way, the Thunderbirds have the lead, and this Warrior crowd is stunned.
85-yard pick six by Jake Smith.
To the house. 8:26 to go before halftime. 12-8 is your score now.
And like you said, this EPC side that we're sitting on here, it just went quiet on that pick six.
You know, I didn't know what Scales was looking to do. He was looking to roll right, which I thought he was looking to pass, but he brought the ball down at one point, so I thought he was going to take off with it. Ends up throwing the pass. I think he was looking for Austin Smith. And Davis is in with a 2-point conversion, so 14-8. Thunderbirds heading back to the sideline. That defense steps up big time. 84-yard return. Pick six by Jake Smith. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Thunderbirds take the lead.
Kaiser LP Gas Company is a family-owned propane company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural customers in Craighead, Crittenden, Poinsett, and Mississippi counties in northeast Arkansas. Located on Highway 181 South in Kaiser, Arkansas, Kaiser LP Gas can fill all of your propane needs, whether it's for farm equipment, your home, or business. Kaiser LP Gas has you covered. Call today at 871
I didn't get the number.
2198.
Let Dr. Angela Howe and the staff at Eye Care Truman bring life into focus for you. Eye Care Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
And right there, Wes, you saw on the screen, the crowd is just kind of stunned and in their seats. It's not going to take them long to back up the enthusiasm, though. And that's a rare interception. That's only Scales' second interception of the year. I doubt the first one went to the house, but that one sure did.
I saw the coaches talking to him. Oh, it's off the hand, so that's going to be down because he was trying to catch that one. But you saw the coaches talking to him, telling him to settle down a little bit over on the sideline. You know, it's only your second INT. It's only the first pick six. I'd venture to say this is the first time all year EPC has trailed in the ball game.
Could be. Well, they were in a shootout at McCroy.
We trailed all the way to about 3 minutes in the game, and then we came back to win again.
Okay, I was just corrected. It's the second time. First game they said against McCrory, and a 4-point victory over the Jaguars.
They ended up pulling it out, 36-32. It was at McCrory. And here comes Scales running hard. You think he wants redemption?
4 men brought down there by number 36, Joe.
Good pickup.
Top gain of about 8, brings them coming down to the lead.
So we've had some sacks, we've had some big defensive plays, and now it is kind of turning into the defensive battle we thought we might see. As these two teams have given up 14 and 12 in the conference play this year, respectively. And that's a first down run.
So the 14 points that Cross County's put up is now doubled the conference points that EPC has given up this year.
First down and 10 Warriors.
Got our first scorer of the evening as the Truman Wildcats at the end of the first quarter are leading the Harrisburg Hornets 14-8.
And more Gordon on the play. It's about 4 on that carry.
Cross the line for a gain of about 3, brings up. Second down and 7. Bossy on the top.
So the Warriors looking to keep it on the ground now. And I thought Gordon would probably get some more carries here coming soon. Fake that time. And right over here to Clay Malone on the right side.
The pass is complete to number 5, Clay Malone.
Good read by Scales. Good pickup by Malone.
The ball spotted to T-Bird, 42-yard line, and the result of the play is good for another Warrior.
Big pick up there, Scales to Malone. Ball sitting at the 42.
Ball still sitting at the 42.
Working hard, trying to get some extra yardage before they get brought down at about the 41-yard line. On the top.
Looks like they gave him about a half a yard there, closer to the 41 than the 42.
Second down, clock rolling, 6.5 minutes to go.
Davis just a little bit antsy trying to blitz there.
Yeah, I don't think the Warriors jumped that time. Walking ahead.
So that's going to bring up a second and about 4. Second penalty against the Thunderbirds. They've been flagged for 10 yards.
Scales keeps it. He's going to have the yards to gain.
The 30-yard line, and the result of the play is good for another Warrior. First down and 10 Warriors.
Scales putting in a lot of work so far. A lot of carries. He's got Gordon Young in the backfield. He is under center. Brings it back down, rolling right again. This is the same area he had trouble last time, but that time it's caught by number 24, the tight end, Austin Smith.
Looks like we got a flag on the play.
And that was thrown way from the other side.
We have some dirty laundry. We go down, sort it out on the field.
Eligible man downfield, so that's going to wipe off that game there.
So the call comes in by Floyd Tucker, who is mic'd up tonight. You'll get to see that very often, but I love it.
I love it. So that's going to remain first down, but it's going to actually.
Looks like about 1st and 15. They're still showing first down. That's not a automatic loss of down penalty.
No, so it's ball spotted on the 35.
TJ battling down inside the 30. Now to about the, now we'll call it about the 27-yard line.
And the ball is spotted at about the 27-yard line.
We got
about half of it back.
Timeout by the Thunderbirds.
Timeout Thunderbirds. Want to think about it? We'll take it with them. Step aside. Hear a quick break from our quick words from our sponsors. We'll be right back here with just under 5 minutes to go, second quarter.
Ready, blue F-150, red Mustang. Hey, hey, hey!
Terry Woodlong with Bert Harrison at Wood Ford Sales in Truman. We've got our entire inventory teed up, ready to kick off the season of big savings.
Terry, we've got any crew cab XLT on the lot, $9,000 off. We got them in Razorback Red, Red Wolf Red, or any color you want.
Hey, let the other guys punt. Come on down to Wood Ford Sales in Truman and score big.
This is where we're passing the savings along to you.
Wood Ford Sales in Truman, where you don't pay more, you just get more.
Back in Lepanto, it is homecoming time, and this crowd's hoping that the Warriors can punch this back in before halftime. 4:59 to go, 14-8. They are trailing off a 85-yard pick six from Jake Smith of the Thunderbirds. And what's funny is the Warriors were ticking down to halftime. Warriors scored on second play of the game, and now the Thunderbirds are starting to settle down and put it to them. The Warriors' offense has really been back and forth with penalties and, of course, the pick six. It'll be a 2nd and 7. And TJ's not going to get anything there. Looks like he probably lost a yard or two.
Third down 11 for the Warriors.
So third, what would you call it, about 11?
Yep.
Scales now with 2 men either side. He sends Young out. Decides to keep it himself. He's not going to get much. Back inside the 30.
Make something happen. Great coverage on the receivers. They're ready to throw. Short game on the play. About one. They've got 4 down and 10. 4 minutes and counting to go here in the second quarter. The D-Birds leading.
Under 4 minutes. Warriors going for it. 4th and 10.
They will not get it on the third down, on the 4th down there.
Gordon couldn't find it. I think he was going to be short of the yards to gain, even if he had caught that.
And the Warriors goes on defense.
So Ross County takes back over. 3.5 to go.
As the Warriors go on defense.
And you were right, Wes. A lot of Thunderbird fans made the trip here to Lepanto. Davis breaks to the outside. Now he's got room. Good
That's
cut.
the Anthony Davis that the Thunderbirds are used to right there.
Finally drug down. I think Quinn Young drug him down.
Big first down for the Cross County Thunderbirds from Cherry Valley. Spotted at the 44-yard line.
just get set. Try to hold it here before half. Handoff goes to number 17, Andrews. Makes his run down.
That was Jerry Andrews banging ahead.
Right there for number 2, Aaron Sterling. Number 4,
Didn't get much, maybe a yard.
Stay tuned for the Farmer Seed halftime report. So we have some stats coming up at halftime. About a little over 2 minutes away, Brandon.
It would be huge if the Thunderbirds could put points on the board right here and holding EPC to only 8 in the first half. And that didn't go very far for Townsend.
I think he was looking downfield, didn't even notice the defenders coming till they're right beside him, went, I better move.
So 3rd and 9, clock still ticking. And I think that's okay with Cross County.
They're 1 for 3 tonight on 3rd down conversions. They still got 2 timeouts left. Play clock's down to 7.
Yeah,
and they're still.
I think they're okay with this score right now, and they will receive the ball in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they took their timeout.
We'll keep it right here. A minute 17 on the clock. 14-8. Visitor on top.
Both teams have a turnover, but it's the pick 6 right now that's the big deal, because that's the difference in the score right now is 6 points.
Absolutely. 85-yard pick 6 from Jake Smith.
One ticket will cost you $3.
And really an uncharacteristic mistake by Aaron Scales. And he's probably not going to be happy with himself in the locker room at halftime, because he knows the difference in the game fell on his shoulders right there. And that's probably a play he makes routinely every single week. Just didn't work out right there.
We'd like to thank our great sponsors who made tonight's telecast possible. Farmer Seed, Kaiser LP Gas, Farmers Bank and Trust, I Care Truman, First United Methodist Church in Mark Tree, First Delta Bank, and Wood Ford Sales. If you're interested in being a sponsor for our Prep Sports, call Marcus Carlton at 336-2318.
Cross County was in the eye. Davis now goes in motion left. Incomplete pass by Townsend.
I'm not. He just threw that before anybody even had an opportunity to get open. I'm not sure what Townsend was looking at on that one.
Yeah, the Thunderbirds really kind of finished that drive out nonchalantly.
And the thing about it, that stops the clock. Not, you took the time out to call that play that stops the clock.
Braden Johnson on to punt. Pretty decent kick.
That's muffed.
And who has it?
I think that Cross County's got that one.
They do indeed. Number 11.
That's Devin Sides.
And a big break for Cross County right there.
You're inside your 20. You get away from that one right there. You just let it bounce and go wherever and come out and try to come out of it without any more damage.
Was that number 7 who muffed it?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Trevor Walker, the sophomore, with a mistake there. Now look at Townsend putting on the moves, but he is drugged down.
He had a lane inside. He decided to keep it back outside for the loss. Looks like he lost about 4. They're saying loss of 5. We got another timeout. Cross County.
We'll keep it right here. We got 35.8 to go before halftime. Big opportunity for Cross County. Making EPC pay for these turnovers. Or possibly, potentially.
Okay, now you're Cross County. You're out of timeouts. You've got 35 seconds left on the clock. Are you going to try to do a passing play to get in the end zone? You've got 2 downs to do that before you have to kick the ball? Or do you just run it out, try to spike it, stop the clock, and send your field goal unit out?
I don't know how much kicking Dustin Cameron does. I didn't have his season's stat numbers in front of me, so I don't know how often they even use the kicker. But right now, that ball is on the 27-yard line, so it'd be a fairly long kick for anyone. If they don't get some more yards here on 2nd down, 2nd and 15.
3 wide.
And they're going for it all. And broken up, incomplete.
That's a good pass by Townsend. He's just making sure that only his player in Marcus Boykin could get that ball, that EPC couldn't intercept it there.
DB, I believe that was Quinn Young playing him back there. He read it. "30 seconds. 3rd and 15 for Townsend. McGivens decides, and he fakes a man, and he's down to the 10-yard line.
The only thing is they're out of timeouts. They're going to have to rush something here. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock. And it's 4th down. 10 seconds. They don't have a play yet.
Yep, still looking to the sideline, but here comes Townsend. They're going to get it off. And Townsend keeps it. And out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Man, I bet the Thunderbirds were wishing they had one more timeout right there. But nevertheless, they could not make the Warriors pay for that muffed punt return from the sophomore Trevor Walker. But they do have the lead, 14-8 here at the half. We'll step away for a quick break and be back to give you some halftime stats after this.
Are you ready for a change? Vote Tommy Abbott for mayor of Blytheville. Leadership is the foundation, and if we don't get this right, nothing else matters. We need to put together the proper team with community involvement. We need to make sure our finances are in order. We need to reestablish public trust. Safety and security is a high priority for our families in our parks and on our streets, and taking responsibility for our neighborhoods. Our children's safety is my #1 priority. Their future is all our responsibility. I need your vote on November 4th if we're serious about change.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
Trail steps up in the pocket. Now he wants to run, rolls to his right. He wants to throw. Fires back over the middle. Intercepted! And McNabb will keep. And he's got a hole. He's out to the 40. 45-foot race, 50, 40, 30, 20. Inside the 15-yard line. Trail to throw. Under pressure, fires complete on a screen. Complete. Down inside the 10. 5. Touchdown to number 27, Devontae Pounds. Off Dixon again, breaks the tackle. He's into the secondary foot race. He's gone. You're not going to catch Dixon. 45 yards to the house. First and goal. Give to Dixon again. Oh, nice move to the outside. And he is in for the touchdown. Dixon has the whole midfield 40. There he goes. They're not going to catch him. 57 yards. Jamar Dixon, touchdown number 3 of the half. 26-0. Halftime score. The Yellow Jackets looking to move to 6-0 overall. Trail to throw. Fires deep, middle of his punt, touchdown to number 7,
Here's what your fellow citizens are saying about Blytheville mayoral candidate Tommy Abbott. Eddie Chu of Delta Auto Parts says, "I've known Tommy and his family since they first came here. I worked with him while he was growing up, and I think he'll make a real good leader for Blytheville." Kelly Snyder says, "I believe in you and believe that God has great plans for you as mayor." Bill Kenner says, "My mission statement is, if you see a need, fulfill that need. I see a need and you are the solution." If you're serious about change, vote Tommy Abbott for mayor on November 4th.
Come support the Blytheville Emergency Squad as they host their annual fundraising auction on Saturday, November 1st at Walker Park in Blytheville. The first ever Chuck Wilder Memorial Ride will take place in the morning to kick off a full day of fun for the whole family. Kids Fest, noon till 4. Silent auction starts at 4. Live auction starts at 6. It's the 2014 Blytheville Emergency Squad fundraising auction, Saturday, November 1st at Walker Park in Blytheville.
And we're back in Lepanto. It is homecoming, although the crowd not too enthusiastic about the score right now. Wes trailing 14-8, and I got to say, it really was the defense that's made the difference so far in this game.
The defense have made the difference in that pick six by Jake Smith of Cross County. That's the difference in the scoring in this ball game.
As you can see on the screen, EPC is actually winning in total yardage, not by a whole lot, but I mean, they've had some success. They had some penalties, and outside of that big pick six, you know, that's a very rare mistake by Aaron Scales, and there's no one more upset in that locker room right now than Aaron Scales, or it was in the locker room at the halftime break. So some numbers: Cross County 2 for 6 passing, 78 yards, interception, and a TD. 15 carries for 28 yards. So they have yet to get that ground game going, has Cross County. And Mr. Scales, 3 of 7, 28 yards, and again, that huge interception. 21 rushes for 127 yards are the Warriors. So they are having a lot more success on the ground. Really not what you expect. That's kind of opposite of the styles of these two teams.
Exactly. And here's some other things that just pop out on me looking at the stats here. Penalties, EPC and Cross County both fairly decent on the penalties, only 2 penalties each for 10 yards. EPC has went on 3 fourth down conversions, have not converted yet. On third downs, EPC's 1 for 6, Cross County's 1 for 4. And then you have 2 turnovers by Cross County, 1 by EPC.
And neither team looks like they're really strong with the kicking game, because there's been a couple opportunities for both teams to try to kick a field goal and at least add some points, and every chance has been turned away and elect to go for it.
You got to wonder what that last drive for the Thunderbirds in the end of the first half, if that's going to come back to bite them or what, because they were in field goal range and just ran out of time, and now they're going to get the ball to start the second half. They could have had a bigger lead at halftime and then get the ball back to try to add on to that lead. And when you have someone like EPC, you do not want to keep them around, as the McCrory Jaguars found out in week 1.
Yeah, now this is still a dangerous team, despite only having 8 points at the halftime break. As we are just about set for the kickoff. Again, Cross County will receive the ball to start this second half with an opportunity to add to that lead, which is currently at 6. But yeah, you're right, they missed a huge opportunity there. Just ran out of time to close out the first half. This crowd cheering on these Warriors, ready for a second half comeback. Don't want to spoil homecoming. This will be a big loss in several different respects, and number one, you never want to lose on homecoming night, but also again with the implications of what a huge game this is in the 2A3 conference.
Here's a score of local interest. We had the Win Yellow Jackets last week. They're hosting Batesville tonight.
Now, this is the one I've been waiting for.
With the last time I saw a score was 1:54 left to go in the first half. Batesville was leading 17-14 over the Delta Swarm.
That's still a battle right there. I expected Wynn to take that game, but, you know, it's at Batesville. Is that correct?
No, it's at Wynn.
No, it's at Wynn.
It's
so
at Wynn.
Wynn is tough. Wynn is a tough team. We saw them. Their defense is for real. Captain's meeting it.
The only other score that I've received so far is with 6:35 left to go in the second quarter. It was Truman 30, Harrisburg 15.
Yep, I saw that score. Truman putting up the points.
Speaking of Truman, we're having the Wildcats next week, Brandon, as we go over to Brooklyn.
Let's get it rolling here in the second half of action now. Homecoming now.
And that should be a battle. Truman and Brooklyn.
Both teams looking for a little respect in the 4A3 conference. Brooklyn's looking for trying to get it back into the playoffs. I don't think Sherman's going to be able to make it how stacked that 4A3 is, but you can never count the Wildcats out in the big game to play sport.
Brooklyn trying to prove that they are not just a basketball school.
Somebody be winning the spirit stick tonight.
Valley View's trailing Blytheville at the half 20-7. And Rector is trailing Midland 16-8 at the half.
You know, going back to the Wynn-Batesville game, something that just struck me. Talking about their defense against the Blazers last week, 10 of their 28 rushing attempts went for a loss. So just about every third time the Blazers tried to do anything on the ground, it was being
onside kick. Warriors are trying a little trickery there. Number 12, Jacob Thomas comes down for the T-Birds. And that's going to give the Thunderbirds good field position to start the second half.
Yeah, this Warriors defense is going to have to step up now. You chose to go for the onside kick coming out of the halftime break. Townsend back in shotgun, sending Davis in motion. Never looking his way, airing it out deep.
What a catch!
What a catch! Cross County.
Jake Smith.
Again making the big plays. That ball was batted around and finally drugged down by Jake Smith.
That was good coverage by the Warrior defense. Jake Smith made a heck of an athletic play to come down with that ball. 45-yard catch. Townsend with the keeper.
Big time pass from Townsend, and he was looking that way the whole time.
Second and goal.
Here's Davis. Boom! And taken down right at the goal line. Taking it down right at the goal line.
I think we may have a penalty. I'm seeing the officials huddle up. I don't see anything on the... And that's going to go against the Thunderbirds. So, offsetting penalties, 2 personal foul penalties, 1 against the Warriors, 1 against the Thunderbirds. So that's going to scratch that out, that whole play out. So we're back to...
And Davis is like, are you kidding me? I had to take that hit for nothing?
They're going to give it back right back to Davis.
And he's down to about the same spot. Looks to be just short of the goal line.
That's going to make it 3rd and goal right at about the, what, 1 yard line. They're
subbing players in. Are the Thunderbirds sitting right at the 1. Davis in the backfield. Ball goes to him, and he is across. Standing up, touchdown. Anthony Davis.
And just like the Warriors did in the first half, Brandon, the Thunderbirds come out, take the opening drive for a score.
It's getting serious now in Lepanto. Scores 20-8 currently. Thunderbirds will be going for 2. It's like an I form now. Got Laundry on the far right side. Inch it just a little bit closer. Thunderbirds make some more subs on that play now that it's a little bit closer.
EPC penalty there as they went offside, so they're half a distance to the goal.
This is a big play. This will make it a two touchdown game. Well, it is a 2 touchdown game, but give the Thunderbirds a 14-point lead. Townsend takes off with it. He's going to sail into the end zone, right side. 22-8 is now your score. And look at the cross-county side over there. They are now up by 14. Just under 10.5 to go, 3rd quarter. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back to continue this 3rd quarter. Thunderbirds on top here in Lepanto.
In Luke chapter 10, Jesus says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." We at Mark Tree United Methodist Church are not perfect, but we are trying. We want you to know there is room in this sanctuary, in this congregation, and in our hearts for you. Come on in, neighbor.
Come on in, neighbors.
4 plays, 55 yards. Anthony Davis with the burrow into the end zone. Minute 30 off the clock. Young catches it. Now he's got room off this right side. Quinn Young with a return over midfield.
Great return for the Warriors by Quinn Young. Taking it all the way over into cross-county territory.
And they need to respond right here.
Like they opened shop about the 49.
The Warriors are the undefeated team here, 6-0, 3-0 in conference play. But the Thunderbirds come in 3-0 in conference play too. Not backing down. Ball is at the 49 into cross-county territory. Scales with the give to TJ Young. Gets back to the line.
And like you said, that Thunderbirds sideline over there, those parents are happy. They're rooting their kids on pretty loudly right now.
They were going nuts after that 2-point conversion by Townsend. They know they got a real shot here now, especially the way this defense has been playing. As that last play went for no gain from TJ Young. Scales going to air it out now. Its ball's tipped and incomplete.
Devin Sides probably should have come down for that for the Thunderbirds. He tipped it and it went right up to him, just a little bit behind him, but he had all the time in the world to get that. He could have found the ball.
Still plenty of time to turn things around, but I have to believe this is Aaron Scales' most inefficient game of the season so far. It has to be by looking at those numbers.
1 for 4 tonight on third down conversion. Nobody there. He just got rid of it.
And hands on their heads here on the
Lots
EPC
of
side.
confusion there on that one because, I mean, he got rid of that ball so fast no one could even get there even if they tried.
That ball just sailed further than this punt may sail of Aaron Scales, as it is 4th down.
Sides is back deep for the Thunderbirds. He makes a run and catch with that one.
Jake Smith. Number 18, Mr. Do-It-All, Jake Smith.
Second half of Tubetown coverage brought to you by Kaiser LP Gas. Kaiser LP Gas can fill all your propane needs, agricultural, commercial, and residential. Call today, 870-526-2198, Kaiser LP Gas.
You know, Wes, it's not really the stars that's made the huge impact in this game so far. Really, it's been Jake Smith. That was an outstanding run. Gets it back.
Makes
See
good,
about the 39,
38 field position there for the Thunderbirds. Townsend comes under center. Little confusion in the backfield.
Ends up in the right hands, though, Anthony Davis, but slung down by Aaron Scales. That's how last year's matchup ended at the 5-yard line.
There were 3 Thunderbirds in the backfield, Brandon, and it looked like they didn't know which one was supposed to be getting the ball. Forest City Paragould tied at 18 at half. Rivercrest has a 29-0 lead on Manila. That game's also at the half.
Townsend rolling right. There's a flag, and taken away by the Warriors. It's TJ Young breaking down the left side.
There's 2 flags on the play. There's one out there close to where the action was. There's another one on this side of the field. I think we may have offsetting penalties.
Yeah, this is probably going to come back. TJ Young with the interception ran it back to the 25 of Cross County.
We're going to huddle up and get the flag situated here.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is probably going to be offsetting us because you got flags on 2 totally different ends of the field.
I saw one say hold. Now, not sure which one they're going to go with. And if that does come back, it's going to nullify a 31-yard pickoff return.
Was indeed 2 holds.
So we're going to replay that game down.
So didn't count. There's 8:35.
So that's a
left in
break
the third
for the
quarter.
Thunderbirds there. As that nullifies a big return for the big interception return for the Warriors.
Yep, that was a big break. And that was just what the Warriors needed. Get them back in cross-county territory, get a little momentum on that defensive side. They trail by 14. Andrews and Davis behind Townsend. And cut across the middle.
Nice little slant route there.
Braden Johnson. That's going to be a pick of about 8.
I don't know if it's enough of the first down, though.
It was close.
I think they're going to measure right here.
That's at least a 9-yard gain. I think it is going to be short, but big pickup.
Our stat man Zap says first down, and they're moving the chains. They are calling it a first down. I thought they were going to measure.
I thought the official was calling for a measure, it looked like.
He's still, the chains have moved, so I don't know if they'll be able to.
Now the ball looks to me like it's sitting on the other side of the chains.
Yeah.
But
And the official's walking over there as you can see, the dial down says first down. Now it's back down to third. The official stopped the clock and looked like he was going to measure. Looks like it's about a yard shy. But with the moving of the chains, this is what's kind of interesting.
Yep, they're going to say it's just short. Braden Johnson with his second catch of the night. He's got 60 yards total off those 2 catches. And that previous play was a pass play you would expect EPC to run. A nice, quick slant.
So they're going to measure here. I think it's going to be short.
Yeah.
I've been wrong before.
Just short. Just short.
So there's going to be a key third down here for the Warrior defense. Cross County's 1 for 6 on third downs so far tonight. Now, do you go with Townsend with a quarterback sneak, or do you try to give it to Davis because he's going to be a couple yards in the backfield?
I'm calling Jerry Andrews' number right here, the big fullback, number 11, or 17, sorry. Andrews hasn't got a lot of work, handful of carries, not much yardage to speak of at all. 1 yard here and there, and you were right, Townsend with the keeper. And I don't know, he went down.
I think it's going to depend on the spot again. Looks like they're saying first down. They're going to give it to him.
He
Yes.
didn't get much more than the yardage needed. But a big play. Nevertheless, we lost the scoreboard. Official timeout there. It's back. The Warrior crowd's back in it now, Wes.
They're trying to keep their boys in it.
They have got to have a stop here. If this ends up being a long drive by the Thunderbirds, that's going to just kill any momentum of the Warriors. Now Davis has room.
Good pick up by Davis. There's some more confusion back there as the fullback, Jerry Andrews, didn't block anybody, and Davis decided just to run around him.
6-yard gain for Davis on the play. Davis's 12th carry. Again, I form. Townsend looking to launch it deep on that right side again. They are picking on TJ Young out there on that right side, but he knocks it away again.
Good sportsmanship. That's what I love to see in high school sports right there.
So what do you think Coach Williams sees on that cross-county side to keep, because this is not a passing team, but they keep airing it out on that right side going right after TJ Young.
And he's already picked one off. It was called back because of the penalty, but he's already picked one off and had a 35-yard return off of an interception.
Townsend now 4 for 9. And there's Jerry Andrews, good spin.
That one's going to be close. I don't think he's got it. I think it's going to be 4th and 1.
It is, and I say go for it right here.
Yeah, they're going to. This will be their first time trying a 4th down.
The way their defense is playing, they have been holding the Warriors, even despite giving the Warriors good field position. Call Andrews' number again.
That's a first down. They're going to move the chains on that one. That was a nice stop by Dylan Bogus, but just about a yard too late for the Warriors. That's going to give a
Andrews is limping.
Thunderbird first down. And like you said, Andrews comes up
sure if he's coming out of the game, though. You got Townsend heading to the sideline.
They're going to measure here. I thought they had it, but they're going to measure.
Yeah, you got to give that to them. But from the way those chains are positioned, I think that may be short.
Yeah, that's first down.
Got it.
By about the length of a football.
Six and a half to go. And the Thunderbirds rolling. This has been a long drive that's chewing up a lot of clock.
And that's what the Thunderbirds want to do. That's their MO this year. They've already chewed up 3 minutes off the clock in this drive. There's a flag.
That was just
I
off
think
the
it's going to
hands.
be around the vicinity of holding on the offense.
Looking for Jake Smith again. And Wes, Jake is not an offensive starter. Was not projected to be an offensive starter. I think he's primarily a defensive guy, but he's got the hot hand tonight.
Yeah, that's a chop block there. That's a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to back them all the way up to the 44-yard line of Cross County.
That'll kill the drive. But first down, so still opportunity to chew up some more of this clock for the Thunderbirds. You kind of have the feeling right now like the Warriors need a big play. They need something big to happen. Townsend faking it, going to air it out again. He throws it up for grab and slung down is Braden Johnson.
That's going to pick up about 10. They're still second and long.
Ball now back into EPC territory at the 46. And we've got, I think we got a timeout.
Timeout, Cross County.
Timeout taken by the Thunderbirds. Let's go ahead and take this quick break as well. 22-8 is your score. Thunderbirds leading here in Lepanto. We'll be right back.
Over the past 60 years, First Delta Bank has been a model of community banking to eastern Poinsett County. At First Delta Bank, our important decisions are made locally by people with hometown values and who know you as a person, not just an account number. Just like the fertile farmland of the Delta, First Delta Bank has a strong history and solid foundation of supporting our communities in eastern Poinsett County. First Delta Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
2nd and 14 for the Thunderbirds, trying to ruin EPC's homecoming here tonight. Leading 22-8. 5:44 to go in the third period.
National Scouting Report presents the NSR Ritter Communications Underclassmen of the Game. Go like NSR on Facebook or friend Larry Perrin NSR on Facebook.
Second down and 14, Warriors defense.
2nd and 14. Davis back high snap. Townsend ends up keeping it. He's got room on the right side. Going to be a few yards short. Still a run of about 10 or 11.
That makes up third and manageable, though, because you're at third and about 6, it looks like, for the Thunderbirds. And that clock's going to keep running. They're 2 for 7 on third down. Or did he go? I guess he went out of bounds. They've stopped the clock.
This time to give is to Davis, and he's got first down yardage. And drug down at about the 25.
Nice methodical drive by the Thunderbirds. chewing some clock, protecting a lead, Brandon. Just exactly the game plan Coach Steve Williams wanted to come into tonight. This will be the 10th play of the drive.
And a lot of time chewed off that clock. If this does lead to cross-county points, EPC's in trouble. Davis, unusual play there, fakes to the right, now breaks down the left side and runs out of bounds at about the 14.
Looks like that's depends on the spot. Looks like it's enough for another first down, though.
Moving the chains right on along, another 10.
Our stat man Zab's giving me the evil eye because he'd already told me it was a first down. But we thought one was a while ago and they measured it and it was short.
We're under 5 minutes now. In the give to Anthony Davis. He's racking up the carries now, and again, just short of the goal line. Move those chains again.
First and goal now. Well, it's a beautiful night here in Lepanto, Brandon.
A lot better than we had last week in Valley View. And the toss back to Davis. He cuts. He's going to end up getting drugged down for a fairly big loss. He probably lost a good 5 yards. That was his 16th carry on the night. And about his 3rd or 4th in a row. Again, tick-tock goes the clock.
Yep.
This may have been one of the longest drives we've seen on Tubetown all year. Back and forth. At one point it was taken back in cross-county territory. There's Jerry Andrews bowling ahead. It's going to be close.
There's marking down.
Right at the goal line. Third down. Big play here for EPC. Got to feel like they've got to stop the Thunderbirds 2 plays in a row here. The give is to Andrews again. He dives down in the goal line and gets it. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. That's going to make the score 28-8. As they have rolled into Lepanto and have punched the Warriors right in the mouth. After receiving a shot, of course, from Scales. Second play of the game, but it's been all Thunderbirds since then.
First drive of the game for the Warriors. They haven't been able to sustain a drive since then. It's been all T-Birds on the offensive side tonight.
And almost more importantly now, 3:17 on the 3rd quarter clock. Townsend, they do the same play that they scored on. Oh, and there's a flag right there.
That one's coming back.
Yeah, was it a legal block?
Holding.
Holding.
So that's going to give them, that's a 10-yard spot foul.
They'll try it again. And the spot was about the 4, it looks like. No, I'm sorry. We're a little further than that. Flag sitting right about the 10-yard line.
Oh, they just marked it off from the point. I thought it was a spot foul there. But apparently not. It's a 10-yard foul.
So it's sitting about the 13. Longer than usual 2-point conversion attempt coming up for the Thunderbirds. But at this point, the damage is done, whether you make this or not. Great drive by the Thunderbirds to chew up that clock and put points on the board. And Floyd Tucker and this crew have had a lot of work to do and a lot of things to sort out.
Done a fairly good job tonight.
Pass intended for number 20, Marcus Boykin, incomplete. So 28-8 is your score. Thunderbirds up by 23, 17 to go here in the third quarter. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back to Lepanto after this.
As part of the fight to keep cable rates affordable, Ritter is on your side against giant programming companies. Because they control programming, they make the rules, like forcing you to buy channels and bundles to get the one you like, and then hiking the price way above inflation. They even forbid cable distributors like us from telling you what channels actually cost. Join us in working for better laws that give consumers more choices and more information. We're right by you on this issue.
Join us next week when we'll be in Brooklyn as the Bearcats host the Truman Wildcats in 4A3 play. Prep Sports on Tubetown presented by Armor Seed and Kaiser LP Gas. We're going to have a good old-fashioned 4A3 cat fight next week, B.
Gotta love it. Thunderbirds gotta love that last drive, going 14 plays, 6:13 off the clock, 63 total yards, and a 1-yard dance into the end zone by Jerry Andrews. Now Quinn Young brings it back out across the 35.
It's like EPC might have gotten away with a block in the back there. But it's going to be spotted here at the about the 36, 37, excuse me. Critical drive here by the Warriors, B.
Starting at the 37 with 3:13 on the third quarter clock, down by 20, 3 scores. If Scales comes back and pulls this off, that's going to be incomplete. Would he not be probably the 2A state player of the year if he can pull this off?
Anthony Davis with a great stop there for the T-Birds and almost come up with a pick.
Again, Scales having an unusually off night passing the ball. As I have him 3 for 10 on the night. The give to TJ, shakes off a man, now right side.
He's going backwards in yardage on that one.
Yeah, didn't get much. Ball still right about the 37. Third down now.
They're 1 for 5. They've only converted on 1 third down all night long. And these T-Birds, most of them play, you would think the defense would be rested. Most of them play both sides just like the Warriors do. So there's not really any rest for either one of these squads.
No, a lot of Iron Man football in this game tonight. Good catch by Quinn Young, or was it stripped away? No, incomplete.
Good job by number 20, Marcus Boykin of the Thunderbirds. Young had the pass. He come in, stripped it enough to where they call it the incomplete pass, and that brings up a 4th down and 10.
3 for 11 now is Aaron Scales.
Here's a big area score, Brandon. End of 3, Gosnell 6, Highland 6.
Gosnell doesn't want it. Well, no, we're in the conference play, so there's not going to be any more ties, but Gosnell's used to playing close contest. And a punt takes a good bounce. Going to end up right about the 30-yard line, so that's where the Thunderbirds will take over with 2:15 left in the third quarter. Well, at least that didn't chew up much clock. If you're going to go a quick 3 and out, do it quickly.
See an injured Warrior on the sideline. That is number 34, Matt Ferguson, 6'5", 210, defensive end, tight end.
He is sitting on the bench right now, looking at his knee. So He may be holding the ice pack on it right now. Here comes Bernie Davis.
Fumble.
Hurdles, lost it, and it goes out of bounds. Unfortunately, the Warriors can't catch a break on that one. Davis tried to hurdle, got hit in midair, lost the ball.
And
they're giving him forward progress when the fumble went forward.
the ball went out at the 36, and that's where they're spotting it. He lost control at about the 32, 31. That's where they spotted. He lost control of the ball about the 26.
Just an unfortunate break. Here comes Davis again. Got back to maybe the original line. So big play coming up here for the Warriors defense. Need to keep Cross County on that side of the 40 and get this ball back.
So 3rd and 6.
We're approaching a minute and a half now.
That last drive helped the T-Birds in their 3rd down conversions. They're 3 for 8 now. They started that last drive at 1 for 6, and they converted on 2 big 3rd downs.
Braden Johnson, the only man wide. That give us to Andrews.
And that's another first down. Looks like
that was Devin Sides, I'm sorry, on that carry.
Looks like the T-Birds love to play Bielema ball if you're a Razorback fan, because right now all they're doing is running it and running the clock.
Yeah, that was a big play right there on 3rd down. Townsend slips as he gets the ball to Davis. Davis is dragging the Warriors across for 1st down yardage. Moving those chains with 46 seconds on the clock.
We'll have to put out at least one more play. Thunderbirds going to milk this play clock all the way down.
And there's Andrews. And he gets down to the 30. And he is slow to get up. He took a shot.
That's going to stop the clock while we tend to the injured Andrews.
He's bent over in a bad way. Hops up, but yep.
Looks like that, maybe, I don't know if it looks like it was the right knee. He kept hobbling on that right leg there, Brandon.
Looks like he was also just short of 1st down yardage.
He can barely put any weight on that. We'll have to.
Yeah. He was bent over in an awkward position. You can tell something's wrong with that right leg.
We hope both these young men, one for the Warriors, one for the Thunderbirds, will be healthy to come back next week. You hate to see anybody get injured. You know it's part of the game, but you still hate it.
We have our spirit stick that was given away tonight to the best cheering fan tonight, and the winner of that is Mr. Cooper Williams.
Matt Ferguson, as you just spoke about, still on the Warrior bench holding an ice pack to his knee. And we're going to have to see how this changes the setup for the Thunderbirds as they have lost their fullback, Jerry Andrews, possibly for an extended period of time. We'll see. But there is your 3rd quarter buzzer. We're going to head back to a quick break. We'll be back for 4th quarter action as the Thunderbirds still up by 28-8 here in Lepanto.
Well, I don't know nothing about boxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock, on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
And we're back as you see Mr. Jerry Andrews right there on the bench, getting that right leg looked at. Again, he is vital to this Thunderbird attack as their starting fullback. I think he's played every play this game so far, but that streak is about to change. The ball is on the 30.
Randy, going into the fourth quarter here, that one close game for the Warriors. They were down going into the fourth quarter by 3 touchdowns. They come back and go up in the lead. McCrory comes back, takes the lead back, and with 50 seconds, they take the final drive. So these Warriors know how to come back in the fourth quarter.
Davis down. Not sure he got back to the line.
Loss of 1 on the play there.
And Wes, me and you actually have a battle coming up starting Sunday in the Ritter War Room League of fantasy football.
Okay, go ahead and tell them your record.
I mean, that's not important. And me and you have a battle. It's not about the past.
Folks, the reason he's saying that is I'm 4-1, he's 1-4.
Still plenty of time to turn things around, just like for these EPC Warriors here tonight. It is my Ritter fantasy team. I want to say thank you to Joe Flacco for putting up amazing numbers last week and helping me get my first win. If it wasn't for him, I would be sitting at 0-5. Third down, Thunderbirds haven't really gone anywhere here. Townsend going to air it out. And has his man, Braden Johnson.
And Braden Johnson did a good job staying in bounds, getting another couple of yards before being forced out of bounds by the Warrior defense.
And move the chains.
Okay, a while ago we had a 14-play drive. This is the 9th play of this drive for the Thunderbirds.
It's not looking good for the Warriors. Again, I know I said this last quarter, but they need a big play here. I mean, something that ends in points. And Townsend rolling out again. And he's going to be drugged down.
Big sack there by big number 50, Zach Maddox for the Warriors.
That play lost 5.
Number 50, Zach Maddox, also on the sack.
Looked like he was trying a little play-action rollout and could not find anybody.
He was looking for Jake Smith, that in-and-out pattern, corner pattern, but the Warriors blew it up before Townsend could get out there and release the ball. A lot of these Warrior fans on their feet right now. They know this is a critical moment. Can't give up any more points. Townsend high snap, brings it back down, gives it to Davis.
Davis picks up what Townsend lost.
Yep, gets it back to the original line.
In fact, he might have got a yard, looks like. So it'll be 3rd and 8.
Mr. Anthony Davis' 22nd carry on the night.
3rd and 8, and their third down is now 5 for 10. They've come back from 1 out of their first 6 for 5 to 10. 5 out of 10 now. I will spit it out here in a second, folks.
They've been very efficient, particularly late in this game. And Jake Smith down at the goal line. Let the ball be spotted at the 4-yard line.
Another 1st and goal for the Thunderbirds. And you look down here at the Warrior bench, and they are just looking in shock right now. The Warrior reserves are.
And it's been Townsend who's had the good night passing. Here's Davis, swallowed up. May have got a yard.
Brandon, this drive now has gone over 5 minutes for the Thunderbirds.
And that's the killer. As the last drive went, what, 6 and some change?
Last drive went 6:13. We're over 5. This is the 13th play of this drive. The last one went 14 plays.
Tick-tock. 8:10 to go.
And you notice he's looking at that play clock. He's not going to snap it until he has to. Davis with the carry.
Working his way down to the goal line.
So that's going to bring out another third down.
Down about the 3-yard line, way to go. Third down to go.
The Thunderbirds definitely taking their time. They're not making a move till 10 on the play clock. Townsend dives ahead. I think he was down short of the goal line.
It'll be 4th down. Even if they're up 20 right now, even if they don't punch it in here, it's going to be, they're going to have to go, looks like 98, 99 yards, the Warriors will, if the Thunderbirds don't punch it in here.
And they're going to have to score if they have any chance of winning this game on this next possession. We're under 7 minutes now.
And they've converted the only 4th down that they've tried tonight.
And they're sitting in a good position for this one too, right at the goal line. And I think they're gonna call a timeout. They will indeed call a timeout. So let's step aside for a quick break. We got 6:37 to go in this game. Thunderbirds threatening again, already leading 28-8. This is high school football on Tubetown.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
And those don't look like real happy cheerleaders at home coming on. They're trying to get this crowd fired up as their Warriors are losing by 20. We're getting late in this ball game.
Stay with us at the end of the game for the Kaiser LP post-game report with the First Delta Bank player of the game.
Townsend's going to try the sneak again, tries to go left side this time, and he's
not going to get it.
And the Warrior defense holds.
So like you said, though, they now have 99 yards to go, and you better do it quickly if you still have hopes of winning this game. This is going to be the Warriors' first regular season loss, well, in over a year for sure.
Yeah, they went 12-0 last year, 6-0 to begin this year.
But I know the year previous to that they had a really good record too. Don't recall right offhand what it was, but the Warriors have really had a winning tradition here in the last several years.
Hey, Brandon, we're at 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. The Warriors are touching the ball for the first time in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
I think we got a flag.
It's face mask.
Face mask.
Face mask for Colin against the defense.
We have a face mask. All you do for it, 15-yard penalty.
So that's going to help the Warriors. That's the 15-yard variety. And that's going to get them out of the shadows of their own end zone.
And the ball comes out to the 19-yard line, but the Warriors have it. First down and 10 Warriors.
Yeah, that really helped to at least move the ball out from the threat of the end zone. Scales keeps it
Aaron Scales working hard up the middle.
It's down to about the 26.
Way out for a nice gain, about to the 26-yard line. Davis.
The one thing that hurt, you want to get into Scales' hands, but the one thing that hurts, that keeps the clock running.
This might be another run play as they have 2 men wide. Okay, now 3. It's TJ Young, splits right.
He looked up before he got the pass in his hands to see who was next to him and dropped the ball.
Quinn Young, usually sure-handed. It's going to go as another incomplete pass for Scales.
So that's going to bring up a big 3rd down for the Warriors. They're 1 for 6 tonight, B.
Yeah, again, it's got to be Scales' most inefficient game of the year by far.
Well, one thing about it, we know he's been on defense, but he hadn't played much offense, especially in the second half. Like I said, we're now at 5:35 left to go in the game. This is their first possession in the 4th quarter.
Airing it out all the way, diving catch attempt. No good. Looking for Quinn Young again, flying up that right side, but yet another incompletion. So 4th down, and this is not going to be easy to pick up.
The bad thing is he had TJ Young over here on the left side wide open with room to go, and he tried a deep threat.
Yeah, the play was going to Quinn the whole way.
So it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're 0 for 3 tonight.
Ball on the 26. It's 4th and about 4 or 5. And there's a nice pass to Clay Malone. Going to have 1st down yardage. And he's drugged down by the face mask.
That's a face mask. So that's going to be an extra 15 from there. So that's going to get them over into cross-county territory.
4 flags in unison. Everyone saw that.
That's the 6th penalty against the Thunderbirds. They've been flagged for 65 yards now.
It's going to end up being well over a 30-yard gain in total.
Right now, that's the only blemish for the T-Birds.
Ball now in Thunderbird territory on the 39.
Got another scoring update here. The Gosnell Pirates have taken the lead over Highlands, 14-6 Gosnell, with 8:24 left to go in the game.
Gosnell Highland is always a great matchup. The Highland at Gosnell matchup last year was one of the most entertaining, exciting games I've ever been to. Scales now in shotgun. Again, TJ Young wide open, but I'm not sure what was happening there.
But he had to rush because there was a defender, I believe it was 21, Donovan Jones, right in Scales' face. He had to get rid of that ball in a hurry or he was going down for negative yards.
Yeah, I mean, TJ Young was sitting down on the route, too. If it would have been a quick release, he probably could have caught the ball. I'm not sure he would have had 1st down yardage unless he broke the tackle and had some serious yak. Low snap. This time Scales in trouble. Is going to dance out of it.
And they're not going to make that 3rd down, so it'll be another 4th down try here.
Gonna bring up another. We're right about 4th and 6 probably.
And that's going to keep that clock running, though.
Last time it was Clay Malone. The slant up the middle. That ended up getting the 1st down, plus the face mask. Picked straight off. Thunderbirds have it. Number 20, Marcus Boykin, who's had a good game for that Thunderbird backfield. And Wes, we might start seeing some fans head for the cars.
Well, on that return there, Cross County got away with a block in the back. They nailed Aaron Scales right in the back on a block that should have been flagged.
4:25 to go. Still 28-8. And that's what I thought. We got ladies grabbing their purses here on the home side.
Flag on the play.
Townsend darts off to get back to the original line. We'll check the flag. Usually in that area is going to be a holding.
Has a 31-yard.
False start.
31-yard interception, return for the interception there by Donovan Jones. You got to give it up, though, to this Cross County Thunderbird defense, Brandon. They come in with a game plan. They had a little hiccup on the first drive, on the second play of the game, when Aaron Scales went all the way down the field for the score, and they haven't given up a point since that second play.
Most likely when it's all said and done here, Cross County is going to leave Lepanto only giving up 20 points in 4 conference games. Holding these Warriors to 8 tonight is impressive. I think their defense is for real. It's going to be a gain of about 6 or 7 for Davis.
It's going to make it about 2nd down and 9. More importantly, the clock, we're about to run to about the 4-minute mark.
And the crowd is clearing out here on homecoming.
Another area score for City is leading Paragould 34-26.
You know something else, Wes? These fans aren't used to losing here at home.
No.
I don't know when the last time they have. It would have had to been sometime in 2012. Now look at Anthony Davis hurdling and turning on that
He's
speed.
gone.
Anthony Davis with a huge strike of 50 yards and pouring it on. And look at that Cross County side now. Going nuts. Mr. Davis's 26th carry popped a big one. 34-8 is now the score, and this one's done. What a hurdle and that speed by Davis.
You know, in the pregame show, Coach Weathers gave all the props to Davis, and you can see why.
He sure did.
Remember to stick around for the Kaiser LP post-game wrap-up.
Now tossing it good to Mr. Jake Smith.
We'll also name a Delta First Bank player of the game. It's going to be kind of hard right now, B.
There's your Cross County side right there, loving every minute of it here in Lepanto, spoiling homecoming for the Warriors. Let's step aside for a quick break. We'll be right back. It's 36-8. The visiting Cross County Thunderbirds are ahead big time here in Lepanto.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
Join us next week when we will be in Brooklyn as the Bearcats host the Truman Wildcats in a 4A3 play. Prep football in Tubetown, presented by Armor Seed and Kaiser LP Gas.
2 plays, 46 seconds, 49-yard streak for Mr. Anthony Davis, covering 52 yards total on that drive. If you can call it a drive, it's really just a backbreaker, more or less.
Nobody's left from Cross County side and EPC side. I see a lot of silver benches now.
The Warriors come up with it on the 35. Quick strike to T.J. Young, flag.
That was, I don't see, Cross County thinks they have it. I don't see anything, but there's flags, so they're not pointing either way.
They're reacting like they came up with that ball, but there was a flag on the play. And I think they did come up with that ball.
Ineligible.
Oh, they're just cheering everything now.
Yeah, that was an interception. Ineligible man downfield for the Warriors. That was an interception. Oh, fumble. I'm sorry, fumble on the play. So T-Birds are back on the offense with 3:08 left to play. 2:06 left, and Hardy is Gosnell's now leading 20. I just had it here and I missed it. Sorry, folks. I think it was 20-16.
Boom, busting straight up the middle is Kendrick Walker, and he high steps into the end zone. Another Thunderbird touchdown. My goodness. 55, Kendrick Walker. Oh, got laundry on the field. Maybe coming back. What an impressive run, though, from someone who hadn't got a run all night.
Pass interference against the offense. That one's coming back. I thought it was a run. They're calling it like it was pass interference.
Yeah, blocking the back. It was a run. Handoff to Kendrick Walker. Backs it back.
All the way down to the 50-yard line.
Ball sitting right on the 50. That may have to make the 2-minute drill just cause.
That's the 8th penalty against the Thunderbirds for 85 yards now.
And I think Kendrick Walker may need some more touches.
That Gosnell Highland scores 20-12. So the Rebels are still in it with 2 minutes left to go.
Possibly a slight gain for Mr. Walker right there. Clock at 2.5 and running 35-8. All Thunderbirds since the second play of the game.
And again, they're draining this play clock.
Oh, the Warriors got off the line really quickly. But it's hard to bring down Mr. Davis. Ball coming back. He got close to 2 yards on the play.
Would you have thought it would be 36-8 Cross County when we started this matchup?
No, nothing like what I expected. I even told Brad Bobo, Kara Ritchie that same thing when they asked my opinion of what's going to happen. I said if it was anything more than a 10-point game, then someone got garbage points late. But this has been all Thunderbirds.
That's going to be a 4th down now, and they're probably going to let this clock roll under a minute.
And honestly, if you had told me the final score, I would have said it would have been EPC. Again, with that long winning streak, or just the winning ways, period, of the Warriors in the last few years, being at home, on homecoming.
So we're going to be under a minute here before they have to snap the ball. And I bet you they take a 5-yard delay of game.
Yep, this one's done. So this could possibly set up.
No, they took a timeout before the delay.
a Week 10 battle between Cross County and Earl for the 2A3 crown.
Well, don't give up on the EPC Warriors to play Spuller, though. I mean, because you've still got they might have lost this game, but they're not out of the conference hunt yet, because if they beat Earl beats Cross County,
we're right back to where we started.
We're right back to where we started. We're going with tiebreaker points.
Very happy fans right there on the Cross County side. And do you think they may even be a little bit shocked of how the Thunderbirds have come in here and just controlled
They're
this
happy,
game?
but I think they're probably a little bit in shock and awe also.
Again, in case you kind of joined us a little bit late, the only 8 points of the night for the Warriors came on the second play.
Shank that punt there.
62-yard run.
And I think Gosnell just sealed the deal at Hardy against Highland. Carlos Blackman had an INT for Gosnell with 1:23 left.
And he's somebody we didn't really get to see much. I think he may have had an injury when they played Rivercrest that ended up in that 29-all tie in Week 3. Yes, he usually gets a lot of work taking over for Marcus Mullins.
You know, 2 weeks we have these Warriors again when they play their rival, the Marktree Indians over in Marktree.
On a spooky night, Halloween night. Cannot wait.
That's going to be a first down in the game, and that's a final now. Gosnell has taken the lead in the 4A3, beating Highland 20-12 at Highland.
Move the chains and run the clock. It's at 32 now. Scales from shotgun.
I think that might be the last play. Not sure if they're going to run another one or not. No, they're not.
Chance Gray, he gets upended, and that's going to end it. The Warriors take it. Or I'm sorry, the Warriors get taken on homecoming by the Thunderbirds, 35-8. Spoiling the homecoming. 36-8 is your final, sorry. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back to wrap up your final stats here from Lepanto. This is high school football on Tubetown.
Okay, B.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
Are you ready for a change? Vote Tommy Abbott for mayor of Blytheville. Leadership is the foundation, and if we don't get this right, nothing else matters. We need to put together the proper team with community involvement. We need to make sure our finances are in order. We need to reestablish public trust. Safety and security is a high priority for our families in our parks and on our streets, and taking responsibility for our neighborhoods. Our children's safety is my #1 priority. Their future is all our responsibility. I need your vote on November 4th if we're serious about change.
Come support the Blytheville Emergency Squad as they host their annual fundraising auction on Saturday, November 1st at Walker Park in Blytheville. The first ever Chuck Wilder Memorial Ride will take place in the morning to kick off a full day of fun for the whole family. Kids Fest, noon till 4. Silent auction starts at 4. Live auction starts at 6. It's the 2014 Blytheville Emergency Squad fundraising auction, Saturday, November 1st at Walker Park in Blytheville.
Kaiser LP Gas Company is a family-owned propane company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural customers in Craighead, Crittenden, Poinsett, and Mississippi counties in northeast Arkansas. Located on Highway 181 South in Kaiser, Arkansas, Kaiser LP Gas can fill all of your propane needs, whether it's for farm equipment, your home, or business. Kaiser LP Gas has you covered. Call today at 870-526-2198.
Here's what your fellow citizens are saying about Blytheville mayoral candidate Tommy Abbott. Eddie Chu of Delta Auto Parts says, I've known Tommy and his family since they first came here. I worked with him while he was growing up, and I think he'll make a real good leader for Blytheville. Kelly Snyder says, I believe in you and believe that God has great plans for you as mayor. Bill Kenner says, my mission statement is, if you see a need, fulfill that need. I see a need and you are the solution. If you're serious about change, vote Tommy Abbott for mayor on November 4th.
And welcome back to Lepanto. Game over. Final score 36-8. Thunderbirds come in and dominate. And largely in part of that man, Jake Smith. Now, don't blow you away with the offensive numbers, but the 85-yard interception return was really possibly the momentum backbreaker for the Warriors.
It was. That tied the ball game up. That pick six did right there. And it deflated the sails of the East Poinsett County Warriors on homecoming tonight, Brandon. And our first Delta Bank player of the game is Jake Smith at First Delta Bank. Now offers customized debit cards. Make your debit card as unique as you are with First Delta Bank, serving with the locations in Truman, Mark Tree, and Tyronza. First Delta Bank, member FDIC.
Mr. Anthony Davis also had a big night. I think he finished with about 26, 27 carries. Big-time yardage for him as well. He did not disappoint the Cross County side. And really, I would say, without a doubt, this was the most inefficient game Aaron Scales has had for sure this season, possibly in a couple seasons. And they were driving, too, when that interception was thrown. Just a split-second indecision, and he made a big mistake and really cost the Warriors here tonight.
Yeah, it did, B. And I'm telling you what, this Cross County team is psyched up now. In 3 weeks, at the last game of the season, they go play Earl. EPC has Earl here at Warrior Field next week. They can play spoiler. They're still in the hunt for first place in the 2A3.
And that is the key, that Earl is coming here to Lepanto next week, and Cross County has to go on the road to face Earl. So that's going to do it. We're going to see this EPC team again in Mark Tree on Halloween night, but don't forget to join us next week. Truman will be at Brooklyn, so can't wait to see you then. And more high school football action here on Tubetown. Thanks for joining us. This is Brandon Reed for my color commentary partner, Wes Cisco, Zap on stats, Alex, Richard, running camera. Marcus Carlton is your executive producer. We'll see you next week.